as high as you need it in order to, it's always helpful if these two hip bones are as high as your knees or slightly higher. And sometimes if you want to start the class seated in a chair, a firm chair, you can start like that. If that's more comfortable, I would suggest it. Or if you want to sit in hero's pose, if that's a comfortable pose. Whatever is most comfortable for you to sit in the beginning. And we'll go ahead and let me pull this a little closer. You might be able to hear me better. All right. So let's go ahead and take a comfortable seat. You're welcome to close your eyes to allow your attention to drop inside. And notice the support beneath you. Whether you're seated in a chair or on the ground, find the support beneath you. If you're seated in a chair, find the support beneath your sit bones and then also your footprints. From the support beneath you, lengthen your spine. Lengthen your spine all the way up towards the sky. And deepen your inhale. And lengthen your exhale. With your deep inhale, see if you can notice the movement. Where is the movement in your body when you take a deep breath? Where are the muscles and the bones moving with your inhale? And you might practice a more balanced inhale and exhale. So you could count the length of the inhale. Notice the pause at the top of your inhale. And then count the length of your exhale. If you can comfortably lengthen the one that is shorter without causing any extra anxiety or uneasiness, either bringing them to being even or close to even. If you know what an Ujjayi breathing is, you might be practicing your Ujjayi breath, that tone at the back of the throat. Can you do this and still notice where you feel the breath in your body? And Mary Oliver's poem, Today. Today, I'm flying low, and I'm not saying a word. I'm letting all of the voodoos of ambition sleep. The world goes on, as it must. The bees in the garden rumbling a little. the fish leaping, the gnats getting eaten, and so forth. But I'm taking the day off, quiet as a feather. I hardly move, though really I'm traveling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors. Today I'm flying low and I'm not saying a word. I'm letting all of the voodoos of ambition sleep. The world goes on as it must. The bees in the garden rumbling a little, the fish leaping, the gnats getting eaten, and so forth. But I'm taking the day off, quiet as a feather. I hardly move, though really, I'm traveling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, letting go of any control on your breathing, but still noticing how your body is being breathed. To open the practice, I'll chant the sound of Om, the vibration of sound moving through the central channel. And then I'll chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times. Please join me. Take a deep inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And with your next exhale, you're welcome to bow your head towards your heart. Release your hands and lift your gaze. I want to take a couple of simple twists. And so you can do these either still seated in a chair, if you're in a chair, or you can do them seated on the ground, just having the hips up high. The other thing I'm going to change in my cross-legged position is I'm going to cross the ankles to be on the ground. So rather than the shins being crossed, I'm going to open the knees a little wider apart, which I noticed earlier today when I was practicing. It was helpful for my seat to be slightly higher. So I am going to make my seat a little bit higher. All right. And then we'll take the arms out wide with an inhale, halfway. Exhale, you're going to twist towards your right. So the right hand comes behind you and the left hand just gently across where it's comfortable. Could be on the foot, could be on the other knee. Deep breath in. And then exhale, come back to center. Inhale the arms halfway. Exhale, twisting to your left. Deep breathing. Another inhale in your twist. And then your exhale, come back to center. Let's have, if you have a block or something, you can sit it off to the right. If you're still seated in a chair, you're fine as you are. Take your left arm out to the side. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Reach down into the left sit bone and exhale, side bend. When your next inhale begins, come back up. Exhale, release your arm. Second side. Inhale, reach the right arm. Exhale, side bend. With your next inhale, you can come back up. Release your arms. If you're cross-legged, change the cross so the other foot will be in front. And once again, inhale the arms halfway. And exhale, twisting to the right. Deep breathing. So once again, you can notice, where is the breath? Inhale deeply. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale the arms halfway. We're going to be twisting to your left. So from the navel, you're beginning to turn towards your left. Again, the hand might be at midline. It might be across. Deep breath in. One more inhale. And then you're going to exhale and come back to center. In this position, we're going to take the side bend again. So let's inhale, lift your left arm. And exhale, side bend. Reaching the left sit bone to the ground. With your next inhale, come up. Exhale, release your arm. Second side with the inhale, right arm up. As you side bend to your left, reach the right sit bone back down into the support. Breathe into the lower back ribs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release both arms. Pause and breathing. All right, let's take a pranayama technique where we're going to breathe in and out through the nose. It'll be a little quicker. You're going to go in and out through the nose. The arms are going to go up. So you might start with the hands like this. They're in a fist. I go inhale, I open the palms up to the sky, even though you can't maybe see my palms right now. And on the exhale, I pull them back down. The breath is going in and out through the nose. Here we go. Last one. Bring the hands down. Inhale deeply, hold the breath in. And then exhale completely. So for this next one, this next pranayama, you can either do the one we just did, or maybe you'll go back to just the balanced inhale and exhale we were doing when we were seated. This one is where we're going to take the hands, and the hands are going to be up on the shoulders. And the exhale is going to be out the mouth forcefully, and it's on the turn. So oftentimes, right, we're exhaling like this and standing, pushing hands. Right now, we're going to have the hands up high, and it's going to look like this. Five, four, three, two, one. And then you come back to center, relax the arms, take a deep breath in. Just retain the inhale for a moment. And then exhale completely. I'm going to do that one more time. So if doing that fast exhale twisting is making you feel uncomfortable, go back to one of the others we've done. Either the inhale, exhale out the nose, or just simple balanced breathing. All right, ready? Five, four, three, two, one, and then come back to center. Inhale deeply. Hold the inhale. And then exhale completely. Just sit for a moment. Okay. And then let's come to all fours. If you have blocks, you're gonna put the hands on your blocks. If you don't have blocks, don't worry about it. You'll just put your hands on the ground. If you need more padding under your knees, please put a blanket there. So both hands are on your blocks. This is to get more movement possibly in your upper back. So let's take a deep inhale to cat pose, cat. And we're gonna exhale, stay in cat. Another inhale. Exhale, let's go to cow pose. The inhale, cat. The exhale, cow pose, where you let the belly soften, the pubic bone moves back, the heart is melting. And again, the inhale, cat. One more time, cow. And inhale, cat. And then exhale, table. Now you're going to slide the right block forward and left knee forward slightly. So like you're crawling. So opposite hand and knee. Inhale into cat. And exhale, come back with the pelvis a little bit. Now watch, because you're gonna, if you feel like your pelvis is wanting to turn a lot, put a little more pressure on the right shin bone. So you can try to keep the pelvis from being too turned. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back to table. Inhale, left hand slides forward, right knee. Inhale, cat. And exhale, so you're putting
reaching the hips back. You can bend the elbows. Remember, one more breath. Inhale, all fours. So you slide the block back, the knee back. Exhale, cat. And back towards child's pose. If you're comfortable taking the hips back, take them all the way back. Otherwise, take them back to where it's comfortable. Let's inhale, come back to all fours. Keep the cat shape. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, taking the hips back, cat shape. Inhale, come to all fours, stay in that cat shape. Exhale, cow pose, letting the belly soften, the pubic bone move back, the heart lifts. Exhale, cat. One more time, you're going back. You're in this symmetrical shape. The inhale forward, you're still in cat. And the exhale, this time you're gonna step right block forward, left knee. Inhale, cat. Exhale, come back. So you feel how the block, how you wanna turn. So press down into the front of the right shin. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go to everything, all fours. Slide the left block forward, right shin. Inhale, cat. Exhale, stay in the cat shape. Inhale, back up. Exhale, table, all fours. Inhale into cat. One more time, exhale, take both hips back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, cow. One more cat. Inhaling in cat. Exhale, the hips go back. Inhale, cat. And this time, exhale, table. So now, you could take either, if you've got the blocks, you'll take the blocks and you'll go on a medium height and maybe the second block on the same height. If you don't have blocks, you might use a foam roller, and that would take the place of a block, or if you don't have either of those, then you would take a blanket and roll the blanket up tightly. Something like this. Then if I had a second blanket, I might want it for the back of the head. So those are some different options we're gonna just work a little bit with the upper back. I'm going to go back to blocks. So I'm going to take it on the medium setting and medium setting, but kind of like the letter T, and there's a little space between the two. No matter what, I'm going to have some space between these two. So you're going to come over and set the bottom tip no lower than the bottom tip of the shoulder blade on the block or the blanket or whatever little peanutty thing you have back there, roller. Hands behind the head, elbows toward each other. And let's keep the lower ribs sliding towards the pelvis. And as you exhale, we're gonna work on the upper back here. So can I keep the lower ribs? I don't want my lower ribs to lift up to the sky. So I'm gonna keep the lower front rib cage sliding toward the pelvis and see if I can get just without hurrying. I'm not in a rush. Remember Mary Oliver said, I'm gonna just work on stillness. But here we're doing a little more than being still, but we're not in a hurry. It's so great right now that people, many of us anyway, we're not having to hurry. And when I don't hurry right now, I want to notice where I feel this in my body. Even though I know I feel it where the block is touching, I also feel it in some other places forward of that, towards the front of my body. Wherever you feel it, there's not a right or a wrong. And I still have my head in my hands. I don't have the destination of that second block or anything. I'm not trying to get it anywhere. I'm more curious about when I'm coming over this, what I feel throughout my body. If your head reaches the second block or a blanket, fine. If it doesn't, it's fine. Just support your head with your hands. If you do have support under the head and the neck feels fine, you might reach your arms straight up to the sky, shoulder width. And you might be reaching them overhead. Because I don't know if you noticed, but whether when you're coming up and over the surface you have, what you notice in the front of your rib cage. So can you release any holding at the top of the breastbone, the middle of your breastbone, not by using muscular effort, but by using your awareness. Then we'll take the hands. If they're not behind the head, we'll put them back. And then let's lift the chin to the chest using your hands. Straighten one leg. Reach the arms forward. And come up to sitting. And then you're going to come, you can come back. If you've got blocks, you might use your blocks again, hands on your blocks. Or if you don't have blocks, you'll just have hands on the ground. You're going to take either puppy with the hips lifted or downward facing dog with your hands on your blocks. So whether you're in puppy pose or downward facing dog pose, you're actively reaching toward the hands with the shoulder blades, reaching toward the hands. And then let's bring the left foot forward for a lunge. So if you've got blocks, you can have them at any height. And then in your lunge, whether your hands are on blocks or your hands are on the ground, let's lift the back heel to be vertical. All right, so bring your awareness to the front of your right hip, the front of the right hip joint. Take the heel straight back and notice the front of the right hip. And then lift the heel back up. So you're going to be up on the ball of the foot, the big toe. Notice the front hip again. And then, whether hands are on the blocks, on the ground, whichever, step back. You would go back to either puppy or downward facing dog. Inhaling. Exhale, step your right foot forward. You're coming into the lunge. The right knee is just slightly back of the ankle. Notice the front of your left hip. Lift the back heel up. See if you notice a difference in the front of the left hip. Is it more spacious? You can kind of go, huh? And you could go back and you go, wow, what happens at the front of that hip? And then you could pick it up and go, oh, what's the front of the hip like? And then we're going to inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. One more time, you're going to inhale halfway. You might have hands on blocks. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, either take the hands onto the hips or inhale and take the arms out wide and come all the way up. Exhale your hands back in front of your heart. And then take a wide stance. You can take a wide stance on your mat. If you know that you need blocks when you bow forward or something, even a chair or a piece of furniture, you can have that there. Because we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold, and we're going to add a little twist to it as well once we're down there. So let's take hands on the hips. And like when you were back over the blocks a moment ago, lift at the top of the breastbone. Lift the breastbone up towards the sky. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, you start to bow forward, but you're still keeping the chest open until the hamstrings say, that's it for me. And then bring either hands to the ground, hands to blocks, forearms on the chair, the couch, whatever, in this forward fold. Let's start by whether you have your hands on the ground, blocks, or forearms on something. Notice the weight in your feet. Let's balance the weight between the ball of the foot and the heel so that we're not going to put all the weight towards the ball. We're going to try to balance it between the heel and the ball. And then either if your forearms are up on a chair, can you slide them farther forward? If your hands are on the ground or blocks, reach them farther forward. So you'll be like downward dog arms or on forearms. So broaden the inner sit bones. Take your inner sit bones away from each other. Move the weight a little bit to the outsides of your foot. So if all the weight is coming to the inside of the foot, can you balance that so that the inner arch has a little lift to it? And then walk your hands back. If your hands are up on a chair or a piece of furniture, maybe you're on your forearms. Whatever it is in the blocks too, you're going to take your right hand, put it in between your two. So even if it's on a block, I'm going to put your right hand will go on this block. You probably can't see my hands, but I'll put them down. And then let's take the left hand up on your hip. The feet are still parallel. And you're going to reach strongly down into this hand that's on the ground or a block as you do a small twist toward your left. Then exhale, come back to center. Switch your hands or your forearms or whatever. Right hand up on the hip. Strongly reach into the hand that's down on the ground and begin a little turn towards your right. And then exhale, come back to center. So now you're in a forward fold. You're going to let the hands come in. They're either going to be right under you, or maybe you're pulling them a little closer towards your feet. Maybe they're walking between your feet. And then we'll walk the hands back out. Shift them up to your hips. And come back up to standing. Step the feet back together. And stand in mountain pose for a moment. All right, we're going to turn this to triangle pose. Let's do it with your, if you step the feet apart, and you're going to turn your right foot out and your left foot in a little. So you might have 2 blocks at the outer shin. You might have a chair right here, giving you enough height so that you'll be able to keep both of your legs straight. And then let's inhale, take the arms out. Exhale. So as you go towards this triangle, your pelvis, you want to point toward the back foot. So point the pelvis toward the back foot. You can have left hand on your hip. And I want you to notice where the weight is coming into the front foot. Is the weight oftentimes is more at the outer heel of your front foot. I'd like you to bring the weight to be more balanced in the front foot. So it's not all just in the outer heel. And then notice just how that transfers through the front leg, the pelvis, all the way to your back leg. And start to turn your rib cage. And maybe add the other arm. And then we'll inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Let's step the feet or hop the feet or whatever. Bring the feet back toward each other. And just take a moment to notice. To notice what the breath is like on the left side of your body. And then we'll do the second side. So you can step the feet apart again or turn around and face the other way, whatever. You're turning your foot out, the front foot out, the back foot in a little. You've got the prop again. So that both legs can stay straight, you need as much height as allows that to happen. And then inhale the arms out. Exhale. Oftentimes I'll take my hand on my hip of the back leg side so that I'm not distracted by it, but you can do whatever, obviously. And you're pointing the pelvis at the back foot while you lengthen the left inner thigh towards the knee. Left inner thigh reaches toward the knee. Weight in the left big toe. Balance the weight in your heel of your front foot. And when you're ready, you might take the other arm up. But even as you took the arm up, is the weight still balanced in the front heel? And then we'll inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Make the feet parallel. You could step or hop your feet back to center. Let's inhale and lift both arms up. And exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, hands can be on a chair, on blocks, on the ground. Shift your hands to your hips. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands back in front of your heart. Release your arms. Step your feet a bit wider than they were for a side angle pose. A little bit wider stance. We're going to take side angle, which is longer than triangle. A prop at the outer front foot. So if the right foot is the front foot, let's inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, side angle. So again, there goes the pelvis, pointing towards the back foot. And from the crest of the iliac bone on your left side, reach into your outer left heel. So you can really open through your side body. Lengthen the side body. Inhale, come up. Spin the feet. Inhale the arms back out. Exhale, second side. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, release both arms. Step or hop your feet back to center. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, chair pose, bend both knees. Weight is back in the heels. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, bow. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands back in front of your heart. And let's do one shoulder opener. Let's take, if you have a strap or a belt or a scarf, can you make a loop in it? And we'll make the size of the loop. Hang on. It's going to be, I'd say just a little bit narrower than your arms. A little narrower than the arms. And then bring that behind you. So the palms are going to face each other. You're pressing out on the strap. Pressing out on the strap, but lifting through the top of the breastbone. Lift the top of your breastbone up. Broaden all the way across to your collarbone. You might have the arms, the elbows starting to reach back, but keeping a lift at the top of the breastbone, broad across the tops of the collarbones. Arms might be reaching. And then exhale, release the arms. Just take the scarf or belt strap in one hand. I want to do that one more time with you. One more time. Take the strap behind you. Face the palms toward each other. Press out on the strap. So lifting the very top of the breastbone, so that 3-finger width manubrium, the bone at the top of the breastbone, lift that. Broaden across the collarbone. Pressing out on the strap. Remember at the beginning when you were lying over a block or a roll or something. See if you can feel, again, the heart fountain up. And you might reach the arms back. It's a lot of strength. And then release. Good. Take the strap in one hand. And then we'll sit the strap off to one side. And set up to do a sun salutation. Excuse me. Okay, so you might want blocks at the top of the mat. I'm going to go sideways. You're obviously not. You can go whatever way you want. Bring your hands in front of your heart, please. Find your feet. Connect to the ground. And then inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lift the back heel. Inhale the arms out. And exhale, come all the way up. Arms could either stay wide. You might lift them by the ears. They might be in front of your heart. Inhale the arms back out if they're not. Exhale, slowly bowing forward. Hands touch down. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, left foot back. Pick up the back heel. The knee is slightly behind the ankle on the front leg. Take the arms wide. Little tone in the belly. Inhale, come up. Arms either stay wide or lift them up. Gaze is either toward the ground, the horizon, or the sky. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, slowly bow. Tone in the belly, gracefully coming forward. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, bow. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands back in front of the heart. Okay, we're going to take another one. We'll add into this one a little bit. So let's inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, chair pose. Your next exhale, bow forward. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot back. Pick up the back heel again. Inhale, upright. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, you're going to plank pose. Inhaling in your plank. Exhale, lightly touch the knees down. Chin and chest come down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward dog or puppy. Because you're going to be here for probably about 5 breaths. Relaxing the front of the ankle joint. Front of the ankle is relaxed, spacious. The big toe, the bone of the big toe is going forward toward the hands. Another deep inhale, and you're going to exhale and step the right foot forward. Back heel's lifted. Inhale, upright. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bow. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, upright. Exhale, hands back in front of the heart. Again, inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog or puppy. You're going to inhale, take the right leg up. If you're in puppy, you'll just go ahead and bring the right foot forward. Up on the toe of the back foot. Inhale upright when you're ready. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, plank. Inhale in plank pose. Exhale, you can let the knees come down, bring the chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. We're going to do 2 more cobra poses. When you're ready, you'll inhale cobra. And exhale, you come forward, the forehead all the way down. Cobra pose. And bow. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog or puppy pose. So as you reach strongly toward the finger pads and knuckles, and the rib cage is heading toward the pelvis. If you're in puppy pose, you'll go ahead and step. Is it the right foot forward now? I hope so. Anyway, your other foot forward. The rest of us, I think it's the left foot. We'll step the left foot forward. So if you're in puppy, you put the left foot forward, downward dog, left foot forward. I don't know. Pick up the back heel. And inhale, come up. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bow. This time, inhale, back foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, bow. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands back in front of your heart. And then relax your arms. And I want to do one more standing pose. Maybe 2, but we'll see. I want to do revolved side angle with you. So you might have your, if you've got blocks, you'll have those at the top of the mat. And we'll step, let's come with the right foot forward, your right foot, and your left foot back. And then you'll bring, if you have a block or a big thick couple books, Joy of Cooking, dictionaries. I think of all those thick books. And then bring the support to the inside of the big toe. So your hand will be on that. Opposite hand can be on your hip as you twist toward the bent knee. So try not to pull your right shoulder back to make this twist. Actually, it's almost as if you're bowing over this front thigh to turn. You might be adding the arm. And then come back to center. Let's step forward. And take the other leg back. So if you have a block or you want to put some support at the inside of the left big toe, your other leg. So even if you bring your left hand up on your hip, you're bowing towards this thigh so that there's all this room to be able to turn. Not by pulling the left shoulder back. You're still up on the ball of the back foot. And you might swing the left arm forward. Exhale back down and step back. Downward facing dog. And then child's pose. You might use stacked fists or a block to rest the forehead on. And then you can walk yourself back up. And let's sit on that ground. And bring your, if you need to sit up on a blanket, that's fine. You're gonna bring the right heel towards your left sit bone. You'll pull your left foot in here. Some of you will probably put it out here. You're twisting toward your left. The big toe of the left foot doesn't need to be on the ground. But there is a little curling in as you turn. Back to center. Switching sides. So again, you could have the foot on the inside of the knee, or you might have the foot on the outside. Hand behind. You're either just hugging the knee, balance the weight in the hips. And then back to center. Let's see, I wanted to a couple simple pranayama poses with you before coming to Shavasana. So if you can have the support that you want for Shavasana nearby you, so, you know, whether you know that you're going to want a blanket under your head, or you know that you are going to want something under the knees, or you want to cover yourself up, or you can put something on now. Anyway, so you can have those nearby. This is going to be Makarasana to a version of Bhujangasana, not the full cobra. So if you lie on your belly, and you're going to stack your right hand over your left hand, right over left, and rest either your forehead or your chin on the back of your hands. So with the forehead or chin on the back of the hands, and just take some deep breaths in to start. In through the nose, out through the nose. And now, with your next inhale, I'd like you to take about 6 more complete breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. You're not in any hurry. At the bottom of your next exhale, bring your forearms under you. Palms are on the ground. The elbows are there, but you're not pushing down. You're just allowing your body to have a little more support. And you're going to take 6 more inhales and exhales through the nose. It's just bringing the breath a little higher in the body when you're up on the forearms here. So that's what you're noticing. You're noticing, where is my breath? At the bottom of your next exhale, go back to the first one, Makarasana. Just slide the elbows out to the side, and once again, resting the forehead or chin on the back of the hands. Take 6 more deep breaths and just notice, where is your breath? Where do you feel the muscles and bones moving? Take your time. But when you get to the bottom of your next exhale, you will press yourself up and back to a moment of child's pose. And then you'll bring yourself to Shavasana or sitting, whichever you prefer. Today I'm flying low and I'm not saying a word. I'm letting all of the voodoos of ambition sleep. The world goes on as it must. The bees in the garden rumbling a little, the fish leaping, the gnats getting eaten, and so forth. But I'm taking the day off, quiet as a feather. I hardly move, though really I'm traveling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors into the temple. So notice the deepening of your breath as you awaken your body to movement and make a transition over to one side. And use the support of your arms. Take your time as you come back up to sitting. And bring your hands in front of your heart. Namaste. I'll come a little closer. We can do a little check-in if you like.